Shopify has released top 20 trending products being sold online according to their Shopify customers they have. So it's a real data that they have very specific data of. And this is limited to US market. And we'll go through some of the top 10 maybe list and then get your reaction on if you think some of these things make sense as a trendy things to sell or not. My name is Elijah Terada. I am a creator of Rancher AI with 200,000 users and also a technology and business consultant.
I'm Leah Terada. We're married. I do social media marketing for businesses and brands. Worked with over 30 businesses to create content for them. I've created over 200 short form videos, 200 long form videos, 300 short form videos.
Okay, well, so Leah, before I read off the top 20 trendy products, I want to ask you, what did we buy online recently? And it doesn't have to be directly on Shopify supported merchant, but so for example, for me, I bought some coffee beans online. I bought matcha subscriptions online. We recently bought this like a paste of the black sesame.
Oh, like nut butter.
Nut butters.
Asian flavored nut butter.
Yeah.
Like black sesame.
Yeah. And I think most of those actually Shopify supported merchant. What are some of the things you bought this year?
Skincare.
Skincare, okay.
Wallpaper.
Wallpaper, yeah, wallpaper.
That are online.
Would you call this like a category of like a house decor, like arts and supply type of category?
Yeah, I think home decor.
Home decor, okay.
Yeah.
What else did you buy? I think everyone bought a lot of things online for sure, but
especially Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. Yeah.
Furniture,
yeah.
This couch was an online only purchase. They don't even have this in stores.
Yep.
Yeah, most of my purchases are online typically, unless it's like grocery shopping or I guess cleaning supplies. I don't know.
Yeah. So those are like Amazon, house. I did buy shoes, pairs of shoes.
Oh yeah, you did buy a few, yeah.
Did you buy clothes?
Yeah.
Online as well?
Yeah, usually clothes online. Unless you're thrifting, I think that's probably a reason why you wouldn't buy online.
Yeah. Like when do we actually even buy at a store? Maybe just a grocery? Like I feel like we don't even go to Target as much or like any Best Buy or anything like that. We mostly just buy online these days, right? Okay, so I have a top 20 trending products to sell online, and maybe we'll react to some of it. But the first one was a little bit of a surprise for me, but it's vitamins and supplements.
Oh, maybe it's just more convenient to get it online. If you know, I think, what vitamins and supplements you want.
I think this also is important to keep in mind that this is according to US Shopify merchant.
I see.
So we buy vitamins on Amazon, but that doesn't count in this trend list. The trend is through like individual brands that sell, like individual brand website that has a Shopify.
Supplements and vitamins are good for subscriptions too, because typically you take the same ones. And if you just buy it in the store, you can't get a subscription. But now a lot of online retailers like Amazon, I notice, are doing subscriptions and they try to switch you first, or the initial option, subscribe for like 5% off or something. So that makes sense, I feel like.
They do that with the Shopify. Yeah, I noticed they do that with Shopify because when we subscribe for matcha, I do the subscription, so I get like 10% off. But is the vitamin category surprising to you? Because this is the number one trend according to Shopify.
I don't know if it's surprising. I think there's a big health and wellness
awareness
trend. I mean, it's not a trend. I think it's just a general like how to be healthier and live a good lifestyle. So I don't think that is surprising to me. And especially with vitamins and supplements, you want to do research on, which you can do research on online first before you buy typically. So
how much do you think this is because of the influencers? Because I know a lot of like I personally know, like a Twitch streamers, YouTube streamers, they're sponsored by a lot of like a vitamin products
Right.
or like a energy, like a fuel, like energy products, because they are gamers, right? And
Mhm.
they talk about like, "Oh, I need energy, so I'm gonna go get vitamins and all this stuff to take care of my energy and health." How much do you think it's like because of those influencer type stuff and not just general customer trend of wanting to buy vitamins?
I think a lot of customers will look at their favorite, like, YouTubers, influencers, especially in the health if they do more, like, health wellness type of content, or if that's even just a part of their content, they'll look at them for inspiration, or maybe they're already thinking, "Oh, I wanna get these vitamins," and then the influencer that they follow talks about it. It gives it more okay, like, just more almost like a confirmation that this is probably a good one to try, and then they try it and then see if that works out for them. But I don't know. I think personally for me, for supplements and vitamins, it's good to do your research.
Mm.
And you don't just want to put anything in your
Yeah.
body just because someone tells you to do it.
Yeah.
So I think it's always important to do
Especially
your
if it has
research.
some weird colors. I personally don't trust those brands with a
Yeah.
lot of colors. I think it's very specific to maybe American brands where they like to add lots of weird colors and then like here, like just one drink can help you out. I think coming from Asia background, I think I trust more just the simple tablet
I
for
see.
vitamin.
Yeah.
Even then, I think studies show like most of the time you don't really need vitamin except for like certain things that doesn't naturally occur.
Mm.
So I personally don't end up taking vitamin, but so that's why I think it surprised me. But
Okay. For your personal
yeah,
experience. Mhm.
but yeah, moving on to the next ones. Skincare and makeup are the second and third, and you said you buy the skincare
Oh,
makeup
yeah.
products,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Online.
That makes sense. I feel like a lot of those buyers are probably female, but I think more male the male demographic is more interested too in taking care of their skin, so
Yeah, I think
that's not surprising.
yeah, I think we see some more trends coming up,
Mhm.
especially like some Korean beauty coming in where they kind of normalize men to also like look really nice
Mhm.
with their skins.
Well, I almost think, like, if you want to try new skincare or you're in the market to change up a product that maybe is not being sold anymore, because that's happened to me. I have to change my concealer multiple times because the brand either went out of
Mm.
business or stopped selling that concealer. Then I would go to a physical store to try it and make sure it's good on my
Oh, I
skin
see.
because you still can't do that online. But if you already know what you want, and for the most part, I know what skincare products I need to refill, then I'll just get it online to also not feel like compelled to buy other products while I'm at the store. Because then you kind of get into the habit of like, oh, I want to try this and try this because you see it at the store. Versus
Mm.
online, it's okay, I add these to the cart and it's done. I'm not tempted by these other products.
I see. That's interesting. That maybe those retailers should encourage people to come into the store if you want to encourage people to do purchase that was not
Mhm.
in their original intent.
Yeah, yeah, it's like going to Costco, right? You just want a
Oh,
rotisserie
true.
chicken, and
Like
then
I
you
don't need it, but yeah,
walk out with a heater and a
yeah,
rug,
yeah. All these other things, like
vitamins. I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
because there's much more friction for me to
Mhm.
search. Like I'm not gonna search a rug on Costco website.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if I see it, like I'm gonna buy it. So
yeah.
it's kind of interesting how this.
The psychology
Yeah,
behind it
yeah.
too.
Speaking of which, the fourth one is coats and jackets. I know a lot of people buy
Oh,
coats and jackets at Costco. Like when it
uh-huh.
gets cold, like, oh, I need a jacket. So I'm just gonna grab one. It's only
Yeah.
like $20. Why not? I buy coats and jackets, but only from specific like clothing brand that I like H&M and Zara, like more, I guess, European based ones. But do you think this is surprising? Because this is fourth on the list, coats and jackets to
Well,
buy online.
the northern part of the US gets very cold.
Yeah, it
So,
does get cold.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think if you compare this probably to some other countries where it's, warmer weather, probably less so.
yeah.
And if you think about it, jackets, when it comes to fashion, they're probably some of the most essential and, like, the first impression that you give of what you wear. So, I think it makes sense that people want to look for a jacket that they, 1, look good in and is nice and warm. too, and just having the ability to research online is probably better than just going to a store where you have a limited selection of jackets to choose from.
We come from Seattle,
Mhm.
and everyone wears like a North Face jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if it's also like a way for people in some cities where fashion is like less of a thing, where like you don't need to stand out, like you just
Oh, it
throw a
almost
jacket
becomes your
on.
uniform, like, that's
Yeah,
what you just wear.
yeah,
I mean, it's the one thing yeah, especially if you live somewhere cooler, like,
yeah,
that's the only one of the only few pieces of fashion that most people will probably see you wear
yeah, yeah,
outside.
yeah. So maybe that's also why, like, I just need a jacket. I just need to grab one, and
Mhm.
maybe online is easy because you got no time to go to like Target and like H&M, and it takes a lot of time and effort to go to mall.
And you're not sure if they have your size too.
Yeah,
Like, small sizes
that's
run
true.
out quickly for me at
Yeah.
least, so yeah.
I think I was just surprised that it's not like a t-shirt that's
Mhm.
the number 4. It's a coats and jackets.
Yeah.
But I guess like coats and
It's more
jackets.
essential if you think
Yeah.
about it, especially if you go somewhere cold, you need a
Yeah.
jacket over a t-shirt.
Yeah. I guess
I feel
I
like.
yeah, I have more t-shirts than coats and jackets.
We also live in
So
Austin where it's warm most of the
yeah.
year.
Okay, the fifth one is really surprising for me.
Mhm.
Bicycles.
Oh.
It's the fifth trending product to sell online according to US Shopify merchants.
I think if you want a specific style of bicycle, I think I think for one thing, I think it goes with the health,
Oh, interesting.
movement. I think health and wellness movement. Think people want to move more instead of drive, especially in places where
I guess in certain
it's car
cities.
dependent. Yeah. And then yeah, if you want your bicycle to be more, in a specific style like retro or like vintage, then maybe you'd want to look for it online. I guess my thing is, I wonder, and I don't know if this is a study that's done, how many people look at bicycles in person first and then they just buy it online because it's
Mm,
easier. Maybe they can customize more online versus buying it
or
in
like a
person,
cheaper.
but they probably want to test it in person.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that people are buying it if they're just buying it blindly online because bicycle is one of those purchases that's one, expensive, and two, you want to make sure you fit like with the bicycle, like it fits your riding
Yeah,
style and
yeah,
is
yeah.
comfortable for you. So
I
yeah.
wonder if this is because of recent maybe startup trends of creating like e-bikes and
Yeah.
things like that, where
Yeah.
you can really only purchase those online and they are not really available at a retail store. I wonder if that's what's also happening.
It saves money, right? Too, to not have a brick and mortar for it.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
bicycle shop, for
Yeah,
example,
and
here,
startups
right?
just
If you
need
just
to,
sell it online.
yeah, because startups don't have brick and mortar. They just create it and then it gets shipped directly from probably China, right, to your house. Kind of like
Mm.
how some of the beds in the past, they didn't have a physical store. Even Tesla, they don't have a
I was
store
gonna
to buy
say,
it.
right, how many people try a Tesla before they actually buy it?
They probably get
Hmm.
to try it, but there's no retail store to,
Oh, okay.
right, shop it directly, right? So they end up buying it online. So I guess it's
Maybe
becoming,
tell us if you
yeah.
own a bicycle and you bought it online,
Yeah.
how did you just buy it online or did you try it first? Or did the shop have an option for you to try it first, send it to you to try it, and if you didn't want it, return it or keep it and then pay for it? Let us
Yeah.
know since I haven't bought a bicycle in a really
Yeah,
long
we haven't
time.
bought it. And while you're at it, while you're commenting on it, make sure to subscribe and
Yeah.
like for more content like this. Like we like to talk about the business, technology, and these topics to help educate ourselves and also hopefully you learn something new each time as well.
What's the
Six,
next one?
six on the place is art and crafting materials, and I guess this wallpaper kind of work in that direction. I guess a lot of people are
But bicycles
creating.
before that. Okay, that's surprising, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. That's why I was like, wait, why is the trend
Yeah. Okay.
bicycle? I mean, I think art and crafting materials, I don't know what people are buying through Shopify because I can see it happening on like a Michael's website or Amazon.com.
Mhm.
But this data is from US Shopify merchants. So there are some independent sellers using Shopify to sell arts and supplies.
Mhm.
which is surprising to me because I can't think of a single arts and craft shop that's not like Michael's or like Amazon that you would buy from. Because I always think of buying these things from like these are manufactured goods that I purchase, right?
Mm, I have bought stationery, stickers, and whatnot from Etsy. Quite a
Yeah.
few, a lot. And also our local paper goods store, they have a Shopify, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's
And I bought
Shopify.
from
Yeah.
them. I bought a fair amount from their Shopify because I wanted very specific items from them.
Got it.
So,
Yeah,
yes.
because Etsy makes sense. That's another place of where I would
Mhm.
buy. But yeah, Shopify. That's why it's surprising. Like I guess there are so many
I'm
independent
just more
sellers.
surprised that it's so low on the list
Hmm.
after a few of those other items that I feel like I
Yeah,
would buy more, but
like
maybe
bicycles is
less, yeah,
still tripping me.
crafters.
Yeah,
There's less crafters here. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So seventh is a drinkware. I guess it's kind of
Oh.
like a Yeti mug or something like that. So
Or like wine glasses.
actually, the ninth is on wine.
Oh, okay. So that was like later down.
Yeah, which
Still both
still
bicycles.
interesting. Yeah,
Getting more bicycles than
yeah.
mugs.
The eighth is gonna be your favorite perfume and cologne.
Oh.
And that's a trend to buy online.
Online instead. That's actually a really unusual one, I feel like, because a lot of perfume you want to smell before you buy it,
Yeah.
typically. But I have bought perfume without smelling it,
Yeah, I
just
did
based
too.
on the online description of the ingredients and the story behind it. So
Yeah, most of them
I
have
kinda
like a
get that.
small try-on size too. That's only like $6.
That's true. Like if
Yeah.
you can do the small tester, that's a
Mhm.
way for you to be able to sell it online with like little risk to the potential customer.
Yeah, I think the worry that I personally have is if I try to go to a local store, am I even gonna find or discover the same thing that I want to buy online?
Mhm.
Because not all online products are available or carried in local stores, right? So I could go to a local perfume cologne store, like I don't know, Nordstrom or Macy's or something, but like I don't know if they're gonna have the ones that I heard from my friends that's a good brand or something, right? So I don't even know if I can even try it. So I might skip that time and just get the $6 version of it to try out.
Mhm.
So that's my guess is that people are thinking the same way. Like, why bother trying to go 5 different stores to find?
I think another reason maybe why people are buying perfumes and cologne online is maybe for discounts because they're expensive purchases. If you buy big bottles or you know exactly what you want, then I think you'll just continue to buy it online to
Mm.
refill it
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
go to the
yeah.
store so you can wait for a discount.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, discounts are probably another big thing. Like, it's much easier to get coupons to use online than to the retail store.
Mhm.
Because retail, you have to wait for the holiday season for like Black Friday sales, or like official holiday. But online, there's always like some 10% or 20% off going on. So yeah, I guess it makes sense to refill. The 10th is socks.
Oh,
Like, why I buy socks on Amazon,
right.
but I never looked at socks on, I guess, like retail. Like I go to H&M and stuff, but those are not Shopify
Mhm.
store.
Or I
So
mean just online stores in general.
yeah, like I will go to like Zara or H&M or Amazon, but I haven't been to any independent store because I assume like the US Shopify merchants are like somewhat independent store that's not like a mega
Mhm.
retail, right? That can't afford their own checkout experience.
I mean, probably a lot of people are buying socks for stocking stuffers. That's a very common stocking stuffer gift,
They're
socks.
okay, yeah. They have a seasonal trend.
Oh, I
I think
see.
this is more like a top
All
20
for the
all
year.
for the year, I think.
Got it.
Yeah, they have a seasonal
I
one.
mean,
Yeah.
but socks are also the things that get messed up easily, so if you just
Like
need
you
socks
replace
really
often.
quickly, yeah.
But then I go to Amazon for that. Maybe that's because I don't have much taste in
Oh,
socks or
they don't look
something.
at her. Well, I definitely do look for specific socks online. I buy socks online because there are styles that I want. That if I go to a store
Oh,
for it, they're not gonna have the style usually that I want, or it's gonna be kind of expensive
yeah.
for a style that I'm like 60%, and I'm like, well, I'd rather just spend money on one that like I 90% like or 100% like, even if I look for it online.
Interesting. Okay, so from the 11 to 20, I'm just gonna read it off,
Yeah.
and then see if any of them catches your attention. 11th, bed sheets. The 12th, posters and artwork. 13, candles. 14, bath and body. So like probably like a shampoo and stuff. 15, cookware. We did buy made in cookware, the pans
Hmm.
and pots. 16, nail care. So that's probably in a similar category as makeup. 17, underwear. 18, motor vehicle parts. 19, mobile phone accessories. And the last one, blankets.
Oh.
Anything
Hmm.
that you find interesting?
I'm still surprised by bicycles
Yeah,
of all
bicycle.
these items
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
would buy a lot more
Such a big
often.
item, right?
Right.
I think I read some update about like Amazon or gonna start to sell car, like a certain
Oh.
car brand
Whoa.
online. I forgot which brand it was, but I think the trend of people buying big purchases online.
Online is becoming more
Yeah,
common.
yeah.
Maybe people are tired of having to haggle for
Oh,
car
yeah,
like,
that's
go to the
true.
dealership and like, "Hey, can you throw this in, throw this in?" Maybe they just wanna unless
Yeah,
people probably wanna talk to someone for a
yeah,
big purchase, right?
yeah. I think that's yeah. But bicycle is like I think car like I can go to car dealer and then
Mhm.
I can check. But bicycle maybe because you can only buy those startup bicycles
Mhm.
online and there's no way to see in person. Maybe that's more a limitation or restrictions that leads to online purchase and less so maybe because people don't care to see it in person or something like that. Um,
So, yeah, I think part of it too I a lot of these items like candles, blankets, bed sheets, they make sense to be more online depending on the age group, I think, or demographic you're thinking about, because I think if you're millennial, Gen Z, then you'll most likely want to buy like, I'd prefer to buy bed sheets online because in store they have really basic ones or they don't have the colors I
mm,
want usually or the size that I want. The size is usually an issue in the style that I want. And if I want a specific style, like I'm trying to create a specific like design or aesthetic in my room, then I'd rather look online and try to match it to
mm,
what
mhm,
I'm creating. So I think there's in general more focus on supporting either small businesses,
mm,
creators online, like aesthetic goods creators that are smaller or um, you know, not just going with the generic gray or like big brand whatever is out there because it just looks like everybody else.
yeah, I wanted to comment on that because Macy are going to close. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
the store, I think most of them are um, closing. Macy increased store closures to 65 by 2025.
Oh, wow.
So after this year, a lot of them are closing, and I wonder if some of the trends that we're seeing kind of corresponds to that. Like, why go to a store with the limited selection, or like maybe it's the preference, or like they're out of the stock.
Hmm.
Um, that kind of leads to well, I have more quicker browsing capability and more options available online, and I can
Right.
support the local business versus or like a local independent creators versus the big store, right? Macy's once
Hmm.
they reigned as the number one place to probably go. Like we used to go to Macy all the time, every
Hmm.
holiday season to find
Get
gifts and stuff.
gifts,
Yeah,
yeah, or yeah,
but we
holiday
stopped doing
items.
that
Mhm.
completely. And I just looked up also, you can now buy a car on Amazon as of this month.
Wait, what? Oh, that's a new
Hyundai,
thing. Oh,
Hyundai
they
cars. Yeah,
specifically?
yeah. Amazon partnership with Hyundai
Mm,
cars this month, starting this month, you can
yeah.
buy. So it's the trends are a little bit crazy, and I think some of the theme that I see as a takeaway of like what are things that people are purchasing online And I'll give you the list as well that you can remind yourself with what we
Mhm.
sold. But one big trend that I'm seeing, things like vitamins or maybe supplements. There's some of the things that you can't even try at a store. Like, what do you do at a store to buy vitamin? You just look at the same
Mhm.
label that you see online. So what's
Mhm.
the point of going online? Sorry,
Yeah.
going to the physical store if I can't even try, right?
Mhm.
I think you can even say the same thing about skincare. I guess you can try skincare in the store,
Yeah.
but you don't see the results until later, right?
No, but that is still something that is really difficult to do, at home. Although I feel like maybe AI will help develop, right, maybe software or something that you can
Make you
try on
try on.
match the concealer and the
Oh, the
foundation to your
color?
skin because that's still something you wanna do in person. Also, smell, like, some products just don't smell good, and you just don't know until you try it in person, and you have to wear if you have to wear it every day, like, you don't wanna wear that. So,
Yeah.
skincare, I think, is one that is, I guess,
My
surprising,
guess is that
but
because of Korean beauty brands coming, I even bought
Mhm.
one on Amazon based on the content I saw from Japanese
Mm.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Some of these are probably not even available in the typical US stores like a Sephora.
Yeah.
So like, oh, the only choice is to buy those trendy thing online. I even bought like a face cleaning skincare product from Korea
Mhm.
brands, and that I don't think was available in the store either.
Right,
So that's
right.
my guess is that the physical, it's not so much that I prefer to just do everything online. It's just that even in the physical place, there's no way to try it on. Whether it's a vitamin or skincare or like the bicycles that I want to buy, but it's a startup thing that they don't even have a physical presence. So more things moving into that direction as necessity because there's no way to do in physical. Have to naturally do it online.
Mm.
Do you have any like takeaway from the theme of things you see from your
One,
perspective?
shopping for a lot of these products, perfume, cologne, candles,
Scent
makeup,
products, yeah,
scent,
yeah.
a lot of these accessories, a lot of these are also story driven purchases
Mm.
that you don't know the story if you go to the store and you see all
Oh,
these candles
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
together, then what really makes them unique and what makes you want to buy it? A lot of times, like a lot of our purchases these days are written by like, what's the background? Who created this? Like, who is behind this? And that's something that you can understand more of online when you do research or you look at their website, and that
Mm.
helps propel you. Like, oh, do they have a similar background to me? Are they Filipino? Is this like a Filipino like candle brand or something? And I want to support them,
Yeah, and that's
right?
something you help the brands kind of create those
Tell their
stories, right?
story,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So
That's kind of
they
cool.
can help attract, right, their audience. But it's not just like a fluffy thing. It is a barometer, I think, to see how, yeah, like how, purchases are made because the audience is attracted to that story. And then another thing is to like prices, like in stores, not always the cheapest price anymore. Like you might go to a store and say, okay, well, I like this serum. And now you know what you like. Maybe you try it out in the store, but then like you're gonna wait for a discount. Probably you're gonna go home and maybe wait until you run out, and then like look at the different online makeup skincare shops before buying.
Yeah, well, let us know what theme you see in the list of top 20. We'll put the link down below in the description so you can read the trend yourself. But yeah, make sure to leave a comment down. Tell us what you think about it, and make sure to subscribe, like, come back to watch our content again. See
The next
you.
one, bye.